and welcome to Swarf and Chips. Before we get started, be sure to come back next week for our very, very special 100th Swarf and Chips show.
Yay!
We've come a long way. We've come a long way.
Can't believe you've lost that long.
You can win loads and loads of prizes. If you watch the Christmas show, we gave away £1,000, and this is going to be good, if not even better. TVs, Bluetooth, loads of
technology.
Yeah, loads of technology on offer. But for now, let's get on with this week's show. So we head to Williams F1 with Mark. We have a nice automation solution on wheels from Dugard, and a nice feature where Joe looked tiny as he travelled to Sheffield to see the UK.
Must have been a big machine.
To see the UK's largest 5-axis VTL. To give you a clue of the size, the table has a capacity of 100 tonnes. Cycle Time Challenge comes from Paul, and he doesn't even know anything about it. So anyway, let's get on with this week's nightmare of a show of Swarf and Chips. Did you just poke him in the eye in the opener?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you
Bloody
did.
hurt, to be quite
What a
honest.
start to the show. Well, it's open house season, so how's it all been going?
Yeah, maybe right.
Brilliant. There you go. Nice and simple.
Another strong update from college.
Yeah.
That's been brilliant. Seco was brilliant. Starg, well, they've all been great, but
Yeah.
you know, Seco have upped their game, and the industry's following really.
It's all these collaborative events that bringing all the partners together and ultimately getting the very best solutions, you know, putting all these new technologies together and working together. And I think ultimately the people that are benefiting are the end user.
Yeah, definitely. Now, also, congratulations to our Cycle Time Challenge winner from last week. Please do get in touch. All your details are now on the screen, but get in touch with us for your Swarf and Chips goodie bag as well. And of course, it's our 100th show next week.
Yes.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Time flies.
Yeah.
It does.
As you said, almost 3 years now.
Nearly 3 years, yeah.
Not so much. And I'm going to give you a clue. Get your glad rags on.
Oh, time to get frocked up.
Oh, okay.
And that's just you.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Right, okay, first stop, Geo, you head to Star and you're helping find out a little bit more about how they finely tune their customers' productivity using their in-house software.
Star monitoring software, the latest technology available from Star, but what exactly is it?
Machine monitoring software, specific to Star machines.
And, you know, in a real life scenario, what does it actually do? How does it give the customer better productivity gains, or how does it benefit them?
This piece of software, it will show the customer the current program, the current part count, the current achievement rate, the current progress rate for the productivity of all the Star machines in their workshop. So from that analysis that they can determine, you know, are they above plan, are they below plan, have they got to, you know, attend site and fix an alarm, etc., etc.
So is this more for remote access? So, for example, lights out running, and when, you know, when you're leaving the machines unattended?
For sure, there's lots of software out there that will tell you that the machine has stopped. This piece of software tells you why the machine has stopped. For example, if you've got a red warning on a machine, it could be a simple thing such as you've counted up the required number of parts. So in that case, you wouldn't want to attend the site and go and fix the machine. This piece of software gives you that in-depth analysis.
And mechanically, machines can only be improved so far now, and the production or productivity gains are probably not as much as we probably would have once had. But is it, in your opinion, is software, you know, the area in which we can really improve productivity now?
I think it is to a degree. I think with the software tools that Star have got on offer now, all these tools will help customers make the most of their investment, and for us, that's what it's all about.
So, Gio, what do you think?
Well, effectively, it's another way that Star are further enhancing their productivity for all machines, new and old, up to 20 years old. So by implementing this software, you're not only getting better productivity gains, but you're also getting that confidence of leaving your machines overnight and getting more overnight running. Alec was explaining to me off camera as well that, you know, if for example there's an alarm, it's not some alarms are not necessary for someone to go back in. It can tell you exactly what's wrong, and it's OEM software, so they know their machines better than any third-party software.
That's going to be my question. I didn't realise StarGB did software, but why wouldn't you just go for third-party software?
I think that ultimately they know their product better than anybody else. So if you've got a third-party software, it's generic. It's not specific to a particular product.
And they can get more information out of the machine into the
Exactly.
software.
They know their machines better than anybody else.
Yeah, definitely.
So Industry 4.0, Baker's machines running 24/7. Simple as that.
Another way is, I mean, again, we've touched on it before. You know, there's only so far that you can improve a machine mechanically, and to get even better productivity gains, people are getting them through software.
Definitely. Right, still to come, we see a robot cobot on wheels with DoGuard, and we travel to Williams F1, and we have an interesting cycle time challenge. But next up, Joe looks tiny as we see a huge machine tool.
So guys, I'm here in Forgemasters in Sheffield for this week's technology showcase, and I'm here with Stuart McDowell. Stuart, this Boss machine is something else. You know, tell us some more about the machine.
Yeah, so this machine, it's supplied by Boss Machine Tools. It's a 5-axis full simultaneous VTL. It has massive specs. So we are a maximum turning height of 4 meters. It has 100 tons capacity on the table, a 5 meter faceplate, 6.8 meter swing, 6 meter y-axis, 2.5 meter ram, 380 millimeters ram section, parallel measuring device, it's multiple heads, full
Everything. It's got everything.
everything they need.
Yeah. Is there any? You know, if we were to scale across the UK, would we find anything bigger?
No, you can find some old manual vertical borers bigger. But as capable of this machine with 5-axis, you won't find another machine like it in the UK. It's the only one.
So this has got, you know, a number of heads, doesn't it? Obviously, this is the full simultaneous 5-axis head. Yeah. We've just seen the turning head, but that's all. It's 60 mil, and it may as well be a chopstick.
Yeah, it's a big unit, and it needs to be for the power and the forces that it creates. We also have a right angle mill head. And we use that for a lot of roughing operations to try and protect the contouring head as much as possible. And then you have obviously the vertical mill spindle it picks up a separate plate just to utilise it as you would with any normal VMC.
Yeah, and this is a small component compared to what's just out of shot. We can't show it you, it's got NDAs on it, but there's some serious turning and milling going on. But yeah, back to you in your studio, and that's this week's technology for showcase.
Oh, Joe, that was huge.
It's a good looking bloke. Yeah. Good looking bloke. Yeah, incredible facilities. Lots there we couldn't show you, unfortunately, but the components coming off this machine are stunning.
So that part there, you said the one with the NDA was sort of 2-3 times the size?
Yeah, that's the baby ring, they called it. A baby ring just to do some prove out. That machine's got a 6.8 metre swing and a maximum turning height, as you just heard, of 4 meters.
How long change your heads? Because it's got 3 different heads, is that right?
Yeah, not long at all. Obviously, it's not like a tool change, but you know, I can't remember.
1.6 seconds chip to chip.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
I can't remember, but 30, 40 seconds, maybe something like that. But these 800 kilos, that's a 60 millimeter tool in there.
What fascinates me about these kind of machines is that, you know, you look at the size of that, it's absolutely huge, and they're still using BT50 holders. You know, I'd automatically presume that everything would scale up. You know, why isn't this the case,
Well,
Joe?
it's a good question. They do a HSK option, which is in theory bigger than the BT50, but 50 taper, it's tried and tested. It's not going to, you know, it's good enough type of thing. Yeah, look, you could scale up.
Swarf coming off.
I love this machine. I mean, are we going to see any more videos on this?
Yeah, they've got a £6 million investment up at Sheffield Forgemasters. This is the one investment. There's another one being built currently in the facility. So we'll be going in the new year to see that. But just to fill you in, they actually had to dig a pit to put this machine in, as they always do. 6,000 tonne of soil came out, and obviously they had to fill that back up with concrete.
Why are we in the UK not doing this kind of work?
Well, we are, but it's all up in
As
Sheffield.
as much, really. You know, this is one of the
There's not
first.
many.
I mean,
There's not many people in Europe that can do this. One of the reasons they purchased this machine is that a lot of this activity used to be subcontract, and believe it or not, it cost £100,000 each way quite often in transport. So you imagine you're subcontracting a job out, you've lost £200,000 before they've even touched the thing. So it's a no-brainer for Sheffield Forgemasters to invest in this, but it's a company we all know. They've been there for what, 50, 60 years now. So. But as I say, there's so much we saw there we couldn't show you on camera, unfortunately.
I'd love to learn a bit more
But
about this machine.
that ring could have been done on a far less machine, in truth. But the components coming off there were stunning.
You've got three different heads, haven't you? Turning, fifth axis.
Maybe you can.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to do some more videos.
Full
anyway.
simultaneous 5 axes with a
can't
6.8 metre swing.
Fantastic.
You can't believe that with a machine that big. I think we're all a little bit, whew.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, next
Next
video, keep your wits about you, because this next video is going to be your cycle time challenge, and it's Dugard's Robot Cobot on wheels.
So here's a treat for you. I'm on the south coast. I'm at Dugard's in Hove. They've got a brand new product. This is the Hamwa Cobot. I'm going to show you how it works, how easy it is to use, and why engineers should be considering these in their machine shop. Firstly, very versatile. Look, it moves on a trolley with wheels here. You can move this from machine to machine. Principal idea is to load components into a machine tool and take them out. Now, how easy is it to use? Well, the great thing about cobots is the fact that they're totally health and safety compliant. So, for example, the green LED here is indicating the fact that the cobot is in action. If it was to accidentally hit me, or I touched it, the red LED would come on and the cobot would stop. That is so important in order to make it compliant to all those regulations. So what I'm going to do now as well is show you how easy this is to program, and trust me, even I can do this. So for example, I'm going to set where I want my cobot to end up. So I'm basically going to teach. I'm going to press direct teaching. And now what I'm going to do is, as the LED has turned blue, I'm now going to move this to the position that I want the cobot to end up. So let's say I want it to pick my component or part up from that position. Once it's in that position, I'm going to press direct teaching. So it's now fixed. It knows that position. The green light is on. I'm going to OK. I'm going to apply. Program is complete. OK. Now when I press play, what's going to happen here is the cobot is going to move back to its home position, but then it's going to move back to where it picks the part up. Brilliant piece of technology available here from Dugard. So in summary, what's the main points of this? Well, you can see its moves are far smoother than Colin's. I think it might be able to pick Gio up, but I don't think it will stretch to Joe.
What are the benefits there? Because it goes from one machine to another, and talk me through the benefits.
Well, the main benefit to me, you've got Paul Jones.
That's not a benefit having Paul Jones.
Well, no, what I like about it is that's actually doing what it's... Normally when Paul tells you to do something, everyone does the opposite, but this is actually doing what Paul tells them to.
I think whenever you hear automation, people always, you're going to lose jobs and things like that, which is not the case. Nice and simple. Those skilled engineers can go and do what they're trained to do and really add value on other things.
Benefits for me, I mean, it's just illustrated the simple programming. You know, it's so easy to do. And
if he could do it, anybody could do it.
And the versatility, so it's on wheels, so you can have it from one machine to another within minutes. So it's very flexible. It's a flexible automation solution.
Right, cycle time challenge then. Why did we have to keep our wits about us?
Because we haven't actually got a cycle time challenge where we're machining anything this week. What we wanted to know was, Paul said how easy it is to program this machine. Now, we want to know how long it took for Paul to learn how to use the machine. Now, he alluded how easy it was. So engineers, normal engineers, you know, skilled blokes, couple of minutes. How many minutes did it take? What, hours even? Did it take Paul to learn?
What do you think, Gio?
I'm going to go, I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to say 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'm going to say 8 minutes.
I think he probably needs a calendar rather than a stopwatch. If I know Mr. Jones's programming prowess from old. But no, joking aside, 3-4 minutes.
Well,
we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
make your guesses.
Put your guesses in the comments box below, and then next week we will announce the winner of the guesses. For
Nice to see he's got a new friend as well, bless him.
Only friend.
He needs a cuddle.
Oh goodness. So last but by no means least, we head to Williams F1 with CG Tech's Verica and talk software.
Scott, we're here at the Williams F1 Conference Centre in Grove. Now, you guys have got your View 2018 conference. Now, tell us a little bit about what the day involves for both your users and also your resellers.
So the day involves essentially, the main part of the day is to introduce what's new in the software for Verica 8.2, so the new version. So we're introducing the new benefits and new features and enhancements to the product. There's also an opportunity, so it's very much a Verica user exchange. That's what View stands for. It's all about the users talking to us, feeding back to us, and talking to each other about the software, maybe what they want to see in the software being introduced. So that's the whole purpose of this event.
And do you show any enhancements to the software on the presentations today?
Yes, we've just this morning been through the 8.2 feature release, so what's new, and very well received. We're obviously listening to our customers and making the software beneficial for all of them.
And one thing I've seen with Verica is the way that material shifts have been with customers. You're really up against it from composite point of view, metallics, and now additive manufacturing. You know, where does it lead Verica in reference to the software?
We just need to support the industries, Mark. You mentioned composites there. We've seen some great success with that this year, and long may that continue.
And when you look at iconic cars like the Williams F1 car here, do you actually supply simulation software to Williams?
Yes, of course. They've been a long-term customer and a very good customer as well.
So really what I'm saying, Scott, I'm quite happy to leave you today safe in the knowledge that your software's been used on this and I can whiz round a track. Is that good enough?
Yeah, you fill your boots, Mark.
Well, saying fill my boots, I'm going to go and have a drive in the car now. See you later, guys.
Gents, there's been a bit of a running theme throughout this week's show is we're not actually talking tangible parts, are we? We've basically spoken a lot about software, and it's quite difficult to do a video and talk about it without seeing it in person, do you not think?
Not just software though, solutions. So it's not just buy a machine tool, everything that goes with it to make it more efficient.
Yeah, for sure. Verica, obviously sold via CG Tech over here in the UK. It's, everyone's using it, aren't they? The bigger companies certainly, and it's filtering down the supply chain now to the first and second tier companies. I'd like to have gone there actually, so thanks for the invite, Mark.
You'd never get in the car, mate.
Sorry?
You'd never fit in the car.
Is that a car?
Two things are the fact that they're listening to their customers, so it's not a case of here's our next piece of software, it's coming out. They're listening to what these guys want and need. But also, I think what phrase he used there, material shifts. So it's not just about machining your metals, your brasses, your alloys, whatever. It's composites, additive manufacturing.
And that's what we've been talking about in previous Swarf and Chips, is about the different materials that people are talking about now, with additive manufacturing. So there seems to be a little bit of a running feature going on at the moment where we're all moving into the next level.
Isn't this quite critical on more complex parts as well, Joe? More complex machine tools. Is it in your opinion?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a software expert, but from what I see of it, people know these guys from, I don't want to smash them apart up, but it's a lot more than that. It's verification, it's simulation, process optimization. So it's not just about, saving my critical components, it's about getting it off correct faster than ever before.
Right, okay, well, please, it's the end of the show, so don't forget to put your guesses for the Cycle Time Challenge in the comments box below to win your Swarf and Chips goodie bag. And next week...
And it is less than an hour, I can hasten to add.
Less than an hour. And don't forget as well, next week is our 100th episode.
Hey.
There's going to be loads of prize giveaways as well, so it's definitely going to be one to watch. Put it in the diary.
What are you going to wear?
I don't know yet. There's a reason to watch it.
I only got a week, Lindsay.
I don't know. Okay then, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you want to watch any previous episodes, click on the links on the screen. And as we always say, keep those spindles turning.